Got Chris Hinshaw in the house today. Last time Chris was here, he advised me and told me to work on being able to run for 20 minutes straight. And since he was last here, I can now successfully run 3 or 4 hours straight. And so he's going to give me some advice and show me a couple things that I can do to help, I guess, maybe with the next couple steps moving forward. So I'm excited to kind of see what he has to say. Woo! This is our new sled, by the way. We revamped it. We did a lot of extra stitching on the bottom and stuff, and so we're always trying to advance stuff, always trying to make stuff better. It's our stealth sled. This sled is way tougher to drag than one of these metal sleds, especially when it comes to turf. The surface area just makes it a little harder. What are you thinking, Coach?
How far is it your lap around the building?
I don't know how many.
Like how much time would it take you? Like running slow.
You know, I'm not really sure, but it's like, I would say,
like 2 minutes.
I would say it's probably like maybe 400 meters or so.
So okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Just like this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that will be good.
Yep.
So what I was thinking is, like, being a fast twitch dominant athlete, you've done really good at like your zone 2s and all of that nice steady even stuff.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of that in. Yep.
Yeah, so what I would like is, I would like to kind of stress the system a little bit with a little bit of high intensity, high force, recruit some fast twitch fibers, cause the heart rate to soar,
Right.
breathing rate to go, and then you follow it up with a jog to kind of work that recovery.
Right.
So what I was thinking is some kind of combination of running as your recovery, but then a movement pattern that's similar, but something to running, but something that's going to be fast twitch, high intensity, short time domain, like what we were talking about, maybe pushing a sled, but also something that requires more coordination, more balance and agility as well.
Right.
So
I could do the tank. You think the tank would be good?
I think the tank, but
How far and how long do you want me to push it
10
for?
seconds at most.
Okay.
So I'm thinking
So you want a pretty good
yeah.
jolt into it.
So what I would like is, I would like to pre-fatigue you maybe with the sled or the tank, and then having a echo bike, and having you stand on the echo bike. So now you're
Stand and pedal.
Arms and legs standing more upright. It's going to be a little awkward for you, but I want to challenge balance, stability, agility. I don't want to make it so that it's easy for you.
Yeah.
I want it to feel awkward, so that you're uncomfortable, which will cause an inefficiency in movement.
Okay.
And then you'll recover in the run. The key will be, is when you run, to follow the same course, and where is it that you get back in control and establish your rhythm.
Right.
Because for you, being fast twitch, it's easier for you to do the high intensity and ramp, right? Because you can recruit quickly fast twitch fibers. Your problem is shutting those off,
Right.
and recovering. So if running, you're encountering a hill, it's easier for you to go up, but how long does it take as you crest the top and roll over?
And I shared this with Chris on our podcast, as well as just him and I having some conversation. That is where I struggle. I'll be in the middle of a run, and then I'm no longer sure on where to go. I'll look at my watch, because I'm looking at the data off of the heart rate monitor strap, and the heart rate's starting to go further, starting to go higher than what I would like, in accordance to my speed and how long I'm out there for. So I think this is the next evolution, is to kind of push up against that a little bit.
Yep. So even if you did a standalone run workout, what I would do is, I want a 10-second surge every 3 minutes, right? And then what your job is to recover coming out of that surge, to settle. So in racing, when we teach this for competitors, if I go, you got to go with me. And then we settle and recover, and then there'll be another one. You will do it with an obstacle, a hill, something.
Right. Chris also mentioned a great way to do this is to just walk for a little bit, and you let your heart rate come down by about 5 points or so.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that we're not trying to win a gold medal. And what we're trying to do is keep athletes motivated, keep them interested in coming back. And if you suffer all the time. I don't care who you are. As a recreational athlete, there'll be a point where you just don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
So, you know what? If it gets out of control, start walking and just regroup.
Right.
Right?
Sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this workout.
All right.
How fast can you push? I mean, can you reduce the resistance? So you can make
yes, I can. I just have I got a little bit of a hammy thing, so I won't be able to like really like sprint.
No.
But I
Would
can.
you rather go slow? Because I can make you sprint on the bike, because the bike will be okay.
We could do, yeah. If we can just stick with the bike if you want, but
I like the idea of this.
I can push this because this has variable resistance.
You can't.
And I can make
This is fast. This will.
I can set it up so it's really slow.
Would you
Yeah.
set it up right here like this?
Yeah.
No. Is this how you would use
yeah,
it, or is your leg is okay with this? Let's use this.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yep. I got a sore like hammy / butt from all the hills that I was running and walking and stuff when I was in Tahoe for Thanksgiving. So right here, whoop, whoop, that area. And you get a hey now.
So this will be by the door. You'll push that down and back. So it will be 4 to 5 seconds down, 4 to 5 seconds back.
What's really good about this, Chris, is like I haven't pushed myself hard in the way that you're presenting like this workout.
Yeah.
So this is going to be super challenging for me.
Yeah.
But the second thing that I like about it is this will get me a little out of my comfort zone.
Yep.
And the third thing I like about it is it'll reintroduce some athleticism.
Mm-hmm. Well, the best part about this is that there's nothing on the clock other than I want you to do your 10 seconds here,
right,
and you're going to push. And it would be nice if you just
push it on that turf. Okay.
But down and back, because I always want you coming back here.
Gotcha.
The run is not for time.
Mm-hmm.
This is an educational piece. So it's about you. How long is it taking for me to get back in control? So a lot of athletes, they get uncomfortable when they start to hyperventilate.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's the solution? I know if I back off, I could be back in control of my breathing in a minute.
Right.
It may take you 30 seconds, right? And then the question is I'd like to see you do like 6 rounds of this would be great. Yeah. The question is how bad does it get as you progress from round to round to round, or does it stabilize? Right. And that says a lot. If it stabilizes, that means that you're in a lot better position than I thought you were. I'm expecting it to be a point where it will continue. And
the only rest is active rest. So you're, I'm always moving always going on to something.
So you have to be recovered by the time you come in here.
Right.
Recovered meaning, that's why when I said a heart rate, I would say I want you at 135. Right. So if you were using a watch, I would want you at that zone 2 target.
I do have a watch today, but I don't have my heart rate strap, and those are way more accurate.
Yeah, maybe it gets you ballpark.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about urgency in the breath, do you hear yourself, hear your breath?
And regardless of social status,
wait,
regardless of
you
where
hear
you
it
are in your life, just
yep. Yep. Yeah, I can tell when that happens to me. I can tell that I have it's a shallow breath out.
Yeah, right. You have to.
And I have a hard time breathing out at that time.
Yeah.
And so that's something I've been working on more recently, is I've been really trying to pay attention to that a little bit.
Good.
Where do you want me to start?
I would like you to push this. So you're going to push this. I mean, I want you to do this down and back.
Yeah, I'll do it down and back.
And then come back to the bike and then go.
Sure.
All right. So I'm thinking that if you just had a marker down here where you crossed and then brought it back, that would be fine.
Okay.
Like maybe just to here.
Okay.
It's not far. Yeah, we can go to right here. What is this, 20 yards? No.
Wait.
What are these? 5s?
There.
10 yards? So you're going to go down, back, right? So I want you crossing this line. You're going to then push it outside. You're going to hop on the bike. The bike is 10 seconds standing, max effort. So we don't even need the seat up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, down and back, right?
I don't think I've ever tried to stand on this before.
That's what's going to be good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, almost like hits you in the gut.
Yep. Yeah, fast, fast, fast. It's a sprint.
Yeah, I'm not going to, whoa. I like to be able to go very fast just because of my hamstring thingy.
Right, but this is good.
I can move pretty good.
Right, so that's what I want, because the hamstring, all that coordination is going to be great.
Perfect.
Woo. All right, we're rocking. We're rocking. Oh, that's really slow. So let's go to the 10.
That has way too...
yeah, that's way too much.
Way too high. Let me start lower. Try that. It has like a power thing on the side. Damn tank.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yep, turn. Beautiful, beautiful. That was perfect. About 4.5 seconds. Just touch the asphalt, you're good. Good. And then you got 10 seconds on that. Good. I love it. Yeah, that looks great, Mark. Oh, you got it.
Whoa. That gets those legs right away.
All right. Remember what I said, deep, slow breath. You got it. You're looking good. Beautiful, beautiful.
This is gonna be a killer. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. But he did say 6 rounds. That'll make it challenging.
You're going right onto it. Right onto it. Go, 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 go. Push, push, push. Right to the line. Switch. Go, push, push, push. Yep, aggressive. Right foot there.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh.
Nice, Mark. That looks good. Yep.
Those two things combined, they do light up my quads quite a bit. Chris wanted to know when not necessarily my breathing, but when my running came back. And I would say right about here, this feels normal. My legs are really blown up right when I get into it. Takes a couple 100 meters to have them kind of settle. Calves, a little on fire. Probably more so from just not really having much of a warm up.
Here we go.
Yep, yep.
Nice. Boom. 6. Stand up. Yep, good. I got 2 more hours.
Same here.
You really look freaking good. Like,
Thank you.
your foot strike and where it's landing, like,
I've worked on it a lot.
yeah, and it's very light. Like, it's shockingly, you're very light on your foot, because when you look at just your upper body, you're just big. But
Yeah.
your foot strike is delicate. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Soft.
yeah, it's very surprising though. Yeah, it looks really good. Nice job, Mark.
Yep.
Breathing sounds good.
All right, time to keep pushing. Into the teeth of the workout right here.
Nice. Good, Mark. Yep. There you go. Beautiful. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Look at your RPMs there. Good, 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 good. Push those. Push, push.
How am I doing, Coach?
You're good. Really good. So what I'm looking at is, right now, I listened for his breath right away. But the thing I'm really looking at is the tension in his body. So when you go from something high force, high power output, like pushing that tank, getting on an echo bike, what you will see is tension in upper body. And that will cause restrictions in his lower body. And what we're seeing is a nice relaxed shoulder. Like, look how loose his shoulders are. Remember, the shoulders are really keeping balance. They're dictating what the legs are able to do. If I've got tension where my shoulders are up high, it's going to cause my stride length to get abnormally short. By keeping loose, the stride length's able to open up to his natural length. It looks really good. Yep, I mean, look at his hands, they're loose.
Yeah, I like to have my hands almost like I'm boxing.
Yep.
You know, I did a little bit of that when I was young. So they're loose. Throw some punches if I need to.
Yeah, there's a saying that when you obviously sprint, you're gonna have a bigger one because...
Yeah, of course.
But if you look at a lot of marathon runners, it's almost like they're punching their sternum.
Oh, yeah.
Tight, because you're about efficiency when you're going long.
Right.
So I'm listening to your breath right now. Yeah, when you talk on video, it really messes up your breath.
Yeah.
And you always talk at the end.
Part of the training.
We should build that in.
Right.
Yeah, we should.
Trash talking.
No, this interval you're going to talk for 2 minutes and the next one none.
This is saying close to 140.
Yeah, so I'd shut it down a little bit. It's amazing how fast you get your breathing back. I mean, really fast. Like your aerobic fitness. It's your aerobic fitness.
It's really encouraging.
That was really good. Really good.
VO2 went from 37. I don't know what it was before that. Now it's about 47. And I'm going to be 47.
This will be a hard one. Let's get this one. Nice. What are you at, 65? There you go. So at the start of the run, he was breathing. Every 4 steps was a cycle of breath. When he's recovered, he's been on 8. With his inhale, nasal. I know he's pushing too hard because of the breath. So he started off with 4 steps per cycle of breath. Went to a 6 and then went back to a 5, which means he started getting fatigued right past that corner. And he nodded knowing, which shows his intelligence. He's aware based upon his feel. That's a skill.
Oh, I can feel that. It feels good now. It's coming back.
Right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? That last settling when you slowed.
Yeah.
Four. You're on 4. It's perfect 4. Yeah. All right. You got to get through this round, then you're home free. It's where most people will quit. Stay on that gas. Step on it. Good. There you go. Nice. Really go. Come on. Go. Push this one hard. There you go. Wow, you look good. Nice. Looks good.
Legs are numb.
So remember where you were in that corner.
Yep.
But let's keep it chill, like you picked up
Yeah.
around this.
Yep.
So right now, you're above lactate threshold. Because you went into running, you're still above lactate threshold.
Right.
The other problem is your oxygen was going where? It was supporting the tank and the bike. It has to go to the
Right.
running muscles, and that takes a little time. So we have to be patient at the start. There you go.
Well, I can really feel it.
Yeah, you're much better right now. You mean you're better?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess like easiest way to put this, it feels like I have repeatable power
Yes.
within the confines of what we're doing. Whereas I could easily go faster and have no power.
So now imagine you did a dedicated sled assault bike workout
Yeah.
before, as part one, you rest 20 minutes and then you do a zone 2 workout. It will be harder for you in that zone 2 to recruit the fast because they're already nuked. They've done their job.
Oh.
So you, by pre-fatiguing,
Wow.
can make it easier for a naive athlete. Does that make sense?
Yeah, pre-exhaust.
Yep.
Lee Haney, Jay Cutler,
Yep.
those guys used it for Olympias.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the talking really hurts you
Yep.
because it messes up not only your it's the rhythm that messes up. I don't care if it's a 4 or a 5, but it should be one or the other.
Understood.
So consistency is the key. Like in the podcast, swimmers by far have the best breathing rhythm because of the water.
This right here, I feel like I'm like basically 100% recovered. I know that I'm not.
Yeah,
But
but
the
you're
feeling-
looking good. Last
The
one.
feeling my body has.
Last one. Last one. Nice. Push, 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 push. Okay, on this one, we're gonna establish a rhythm and you're gonna stick with the rhythm. All right? So if you nasal breathe, you gotta stay with your nasal breathing. You may not be ready for your nasal breathing yet.
Not ready, huh?
Right, so yeah, because your breathing has been random. So the nasal breathing, because you're getting less air, it's gonna force you into a higher step count. You're not ready for that yet. So focus on the mouth until you feel like you can nasal breathe, and then we'll try. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 5. 1, 2, 4. So you're caught in between a 4 and a 5. You with me on that? Let's do a 4 and settle. I know you got this. We're going to work on a skill. 2, 3, 4. 4. 3. 2, 4. 3, 4. 4. Okay. You're clearly not at a 4, you're at a 5. So you're going to go to a 5 and I'll count for you. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. You hear what you're doing? You go 4, 5, 4, 5. Yeah. You gotta get one. 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Do you see what's happening? Nasal puts you at a 6.
Okay.
Because the amount of air you can pull. It's a lot slower, less surface area. When you don't use that, you went to a 5. That whole back stretch, hopefully the audio picks up, because that whole back stretch you were on a beautiful, like, was 6.
I seem to do good, or it feels good to me, natural, to do nose and mouth.
Right, but are you getting enough air?
Yeah.
Nice job. To stay consistent, because what you're doing is you're going back to a 5.
Yeah. I think, part of what's happening is my heart rate is a little jacked. I went to like 160.
Yeah.
Just have a little trouble with the breathing, as Chris is pointing out. I'm going back and forth between 2 cadences, and also was working on trying to breathe in and out of my mouth. I haven't really worked on, it's happened, but haven't really specifically worked on breathing in and out of my mouth. Something I did during powerlifting, for whatever reason, is I would take air in, and that last breath of air sometimes would be through the nose, or when the weights got really heavy, I'd go, and then I would brace. So I think that's a little bit, I'm just so used to that when things are stressful.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing that a little bit when we were running. And it makes the cadence unbalanced.
And that's the problem, because the brain needs to know when the next dose of energy, oxygen, is coming in. And if it's random, which you were doing, right? When you would switch from mouth in and out to nose in, mouth out, your breathing cadence changed.
Yeah.
Well, if it's changing and it's random, how does the brain know when the next dose is coming? But if it's a predictable pattern, if you were always, let's say 5, or always 6, or always 8, then the brain gets used to that and can free up more muscle fibers. So it makes whatever you're doing easier. Whatever you're doing like now with the breathing, because the brain doesn't know, like it may go into a 1-minute breath hold. You don't know.
Right.
You have to establish that.
I have a lot of weird habits that I've observed since running and since looking more into like breathing. I do hold my breath. Yeah. Just occasionally throughout the day, randomly, and I'm like,
me too.
What the heck am I doing? Why am I holding my breath? But it's a stress response, and I think a lot of that is in tune with me picking up stuff and things like that.
Yeah, I really think that you should spend some time doing that. And if you look at your Garmin and look at your respiration rate on there, that will give you some ideas of your consistency. What you're going to want to see is a straight line across.
Right. Yeah, I want to say mine is typically at like 14 or something like that, or 15.
So you need to look at that, and then what
I'll send it over to you.
I mean, if you gave me that, I can give you assessments without even knowing what the workout is and what I see.
That's great.
Like in terms of like the difficulty or the ease that you did it. And then we could look at things like cadence. Like for example, when you get tired, because you're so fast twitch, your stride length dramatically shifts to something smaller.
Right.
Which means that if you're always training, like when you're fresh, you're training the wrong stride length.
Understood.
Right? Because when you get deep into your marathon, let's say you have 4 hours on your feet, your stride may be 30% shorter.
Right.
So that's what
Which isn't great, because it probably didn't start out very long in the first place.
Well, so that's why, but I think that that's when you were talking about a ruck. I don't really recommend a ruck, but a ruck may be of value to you because, one, you're strong, and we can artificially shorten the stride to something that matches what you may end up doing. Does that make sense?
It does, absolutely.
Yeah, so playing around with that, and then when it's shorter, increasing your cadence to make up for the reduction in distance. Like looking at those two variables is the key. Like that run that you did, your half marathon, if you have that, that's gold. Like even to break that down and to show you, like you in that half marathon, I don't know if you remember it, but when you did that, you said, I felt good. Like you, I don't know what you said, but like the wheels fell off at 9 miles.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Which is so insightful that you can say that, because that's what it was. You made it to 9, and the next time it's 10. Yeah. But you still went 13, which is great.
I resonate so much with what Chris is saying, even though the amount of workouts I've done like that are very few and far between. The only thing I think of is like, maybe I did some of it when I was young for like football or something, but it was very random and I didn't know why we were doing it and so on. But that felt really good to me, and a lot of what he's mentioning does happen to me when I'm running. So you're pinpointing stuff. Chris doesn't really ever see me run except for maybe a little bit on Instagram or YouTube. So he's pinpointing exactly where I'm weak just by some simple observation. And I think that this style of training, what I'm excited about, is I don't have much experience with it.
Yeah.
So that means it's a place where I can get a lot better at it.
Yeah, because I see you doing a lot of like the zone 2 piece,
Yeah.
like you're doing 16 miles. But let's throw in a little spice in there,
Yeah.
but don't lose the integrity of the workout,
Right.
right? So I love the idea even of taking that long run and chopping it up by throwing some spice in the middle
Yeah.
to pre-fatigue those fast twitch fibers so that you don't want to bring them in even,
I like that anyway because I kind of feel like doing something like that anyway.
which is messing up your workout. So
Right.
imagine we have you do a series of high intensity,
Right.
like we're going to do 9 sets of this sled with, you know, let's say a 100-meter walk in between. I'll give you 15 minutes of rest and then we'll do your zone 2,
Right.
right? And so that way fast twitch fibers never come in. You're more capable of staying within that. Now, what would be cool is to dose that zone 2 with a couple of surges in there. That would be rad.
Yep.
Yeah, and any kind of surge. It could be a farmer's carry type of a surge. We could throw a surge in there by putting a vest on, or carrying a sandbag, or carrying a D-ball.
That'd be
Short.
fun. Yeah.
Right, spice it up and keep it interesting. Yeah,
I'm really grateful. You know, this is, whether he wants to admit it or not, I'll just say it. One of the best in the world. One of the best in the world at what he does. He's had many, many people finish first, and many people do really, really well. In CrossFit, you're working with police and fire and stuff like that as well. And it's always great to have Chris Hinshaw here. Thank you so much for always sharing your wisdom. Great to have you on the podcast again.
thanks, man. I appreciate it too.
All right.
Dude, awesome.
Catch you guys later. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. Give it a punch, Chris.
Pow.